Welcome back. We are in video number 2, and we're going to be talking about the 7 reasons why ness is so amazing and why you need them in your life. So reason number 1 is antioxidants. Now some of this I'm going to be reading because there's so many numbers and so many words that I do not want to miss out and mess something up and screw it all over. So I want to make sure that I do it correctly because I will get all stumbled over all my words. So 1 ounce of ness red equals 2 pounds of wolfberries. So that just shows you how concentrated it is. So it's only going to take 1 to 2 ounces every day for you to drink that to get all of the nutrients that you need for 1 full day of your fruits and vegetables. So that's crazy. So like you're going to get all the nutrients you need from those. Now that's not to say that you run out and you eat all the candy and all the junk that you want to later in the day, because it's very high in protein, so you're going to get a lot of staying power with it. So even in that 1 or 2 ounces, like a lot of times I can drink that for breakfast and I don't even have to have anything else for the rest of the day. Now a lot of times I'll take my little 2 ounces and I'll put it in my water, and so it's kind of watered down a little bit, but it gives my water flavor, and then I can add my lemon and my peppermint on top of that, and it gives it, it's just a good, it's not just plain water, but then it gives it some good, good buzz. I love it. That's how I like to drink it. Now, if you really want to get good at it, like get something yummy, get you a Zing. Young Living makes a Zing, which is kind of like a soft drink in a way, but it's good and healthy instead of like all the nasty stuff in it. Get a Zing, and then your 2 ounces of ness and a nitro. And oh my word, like talking about getting a lot done in a day, you will be on fire. Like it is amazing. It's one of my most favorite things ever to drink, especially if I'm tired or I'm really wanting to get a lot done. That will like put you over the top. It's amazing. So there's 17 or 18 different species of wolfberries, but only the ness wolfberry has the ability to deliver all the micro and macro nutrients that are bioavailable to the cells, to every single cell of your body. That's really good. I mean, like you want the micro and the macro and micro nutrients are huge. So antioxidants play a huge role in aging, memory, arthritis, and inflammation, and tons of other things, but that's like the main things that they do. So oxygen radical absorption capacity, the ORAC scale, is a method that measures the antioxidant capacities. Presently, the highest antioxidant on the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which is comes in between an 800 and a 1200, followed by blueberries, then raspberries, and pomegranates. A combination of the fruits altogether can reach to about 3,000 on the ORAC scale. So that's huge, and that's really good. I mean, that's a huge number. But the ness by itself, just on the ORAC scale, is 27,300 on the ORAC scale. So that's so very huge. So reason number 2, acid to alkaline. Now in your body you have alkaline acid. Now this was something for a long time I did not understand, and when I started really reading this and understanding it, it began to make a lot of sense, and it's something that I realized is something you really need very, very much. What creates disease? Okay, the acid creates the disease. It breeds virus, bacteria, and fungus from having too much acid in your body. When you can keep your pH neutral, you inhibit growth of things that you don't want in your body. Okay, you don't want it to be too high, you don't want it to be too low, you want a good neutral in your body. Everything we eat converts in the stomach. As we know, everything, all disease or health is developed in your gut. Your gut's highly important to keep it where it needs to be. It has a pH of 2.5 in your stomach. Everything that's converted in the stomach. Wolfberry goes into the stomach and starts to break down as acid. Starts off as acid, but then the minute it hits the small intestine, it immediately converts back to alkaline. Now, kind of like a lemon does. Lemon starts out as acid and then converts. So it's kind of that same effect. Only one other food does this, which is the lemon. Wolfberry is chemically structured to convert because of the amino acid trypsin. which is responsible for the conversion of amino acids in protein. So guess what? Ningxia is alkaline protein. It's the most perfect food that exists. It has everything that you need. So it's helping your gut. When your gut is messed up and it's not functioning correctly, it does what it needs to in your gut. That's where all the disease starts. Ningxia is great. Like if you have needs different support for your endocrine system, or if you need support in your gastro area, this is probably the best thing that you could ever do for yourself. If your sugar tends to be high, there again, this is going to balance that out, because as we know, I mean, the sugar, when you put the sugar into your body, it causes the fungus, it becomes an overgrowth in your body, which is not good, and it breeds more problems. So the Ningxia helps to balance all that out, which is huge and wonderful. Okay, reason number 3, free radicals. Where do free radicals come from? The air, electromagnetic field, everything we're eating, chocolate, sugar, everything. They are the army guys on the wrong side of the team. We don't want them in our bodies at all. They wreak havoc. You outnumber the army with Ningxia. Your body does a good job at taking care of oxidative stress, but one of the reasons we age, like get our wrinkles and all of those things, and the reason we feel tired, is because we have excess free radicals. Because all of these things are pulling down on us and causing more problems, because those free radicals are getting all into our bodies. Everything that is high in auric will flush your system really well. Your body gets quadrillions of free radical attacks each day. Quadrillions. Like, I never realized that was like that big of a number. Didn't know that was a number. 10,000 attacks per cell every day. That's huge. The body needs a leg up. Most other nutritional drinks do little to fight against the superoxide, or the worst free radicals, which is the superoxide, because the drinks are so heavily processed. Nothing is as pure. Once they do all the processing, it doesn't have all the nutritional value, just there again, like all of our fruits and vegetables do. So Gary worked for years to protect the berry and make sure that all of the constituents stayed the same, that through the process of having to squish the berry down and to puree it, that all the nutrients stayed in the bottle. So you get everything that the full berry benefits, everything that it could give you, you get. The Ningxia wolfberry was saved during processing. That means it is a powerhouse designed to fight the free radicals in your body. And I'm telling you, you can feel it. Like when you drink it, you can really feel it. The first time I drank it, like right after I got my kit and got started and everything, I kind of saved it. It comes with 2. If you get the oil kit, it comes with 2 little packets. So I kind of drank my pack, like I did did 1 ounce, and then the next day I did 1 ounce, and I did it that way just to kind of save it and see what it did. Well, in the beginning I thought, well, I'm not really feeling anything great. I didn't really, like, I wasn't thinking about what I felt like before. I just drank it. I really was not doing any kind of thought pattern to any of it at all. So I just kind of drank it. Well, then after I stopped drinking it, after that 4 days was up and it was gone, then the next day I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't have any more. But then I thought, well, I'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Well, as the day lagged on, I was so tired and I was feeling just very bleh, and I thought, surely it wasn't that. So then probably a month or so later, it took me a while before I got any, like I bought any, because I was like, well, surely it wasn't that big of a deal, So then I did my own little Ningxia challenge and drank it for an entire month, and I really noted like how I felt before, how I felt while I was taking it. I noticed like my eyesight, how how tired I was, how my body felt, even going to the bathroom, all of those things. And then I noted like what I felt like after the 30 days, because by that point I had had a long trial. I had had much longer than the 4 days. And so it was a much longer period. And so by about 3 or 4 days after getting through my little challenge, and all that had to come out of my body, then I'm like, okay, I don't feel good anymore. I feel yucky again. So I realized that there was this huge difference in how I felt drinking it and not drinking it. So it really does make a huge difference in your body. Reason number 4, vitamin and mineral pairs. Minerals have to be properly balanced. Now, a lot of times if things are, you may have water soluble or fat soluble and those kind of things. But if you have too much calcium, will result in a zinc deficiency. Too much zinc can suppress immunity and lead to anemia. So both the mineral profile and the mineral balance of the wolfberry is without equal in the plant kingdom. So it helps to balance everything. With magnesium to calcium ratios of 1:1, zinc to copper 2:1, and potassium to magnesium 8:1. It's exactly what your body needs in proportion, like in all of the areas that it needs. Okay, reason number 5, it's a macronutrient. You're getting whole food nutrition. So like I said before, you're getting the entire plant, the whole thing is squished up and put into the bottle. It's coming from the plant, not a synthetic source. It's not created in a plant somewhere. It's not man-made. It's actually God-made. And it is exactly what you need for your body. It's coming from a food-based source, so not just something randomly out there, like it's a really good source. It doesn't have anything added to it, and it does not, the region that it's in is a greatly organic field. It has not had any other pesticides or fertilizers put on it, so it's very healing and good. This means that it's easier for your body to process and you'll absorb more of what you're eating. So when you're eating your fruits and vegetables, all your other things that you eat throughout the day, you'll be able to absorb all of those things better. And then because it's a liquid, it goes into your digestive system faster and gets through the process quicker as well. So 95 to 98% of us would come back with a if you did a digestive function test on us today, then our percentages would come back. 95 to 98% of us would come back with a weak digestive system because we're not getting all of the nutrients we need every single day. We have medications that we're taking every day, stress, just life itself, and then processed foods. All of those things really are, those things go through the digestive system as well. It's not just in I don't know where we think it's going to go, but I mean, like you put medication in, it's going through your digestive system just as much as anything else is. To get Ningxia in a liquid form means that you absorb it faster and that your body doesn't have to break it down. So your body's able to absorb everything that is as it's coming through. Okay, reason number 6, it's infused with essential oils. Essential oils in Ningxia act as a delivery system to your body. So like I said earlier, because the essential oils, and there again, not all essential oils are created equal. Young Living is the purest because it does not, now I'm not saying there's not any other company out there that's not pure. There are other companies that do try, but they don't have the extensive amount of oils that Young Living has. doTERRA has some that are pure, but there's also, like if they run out of something, they're going to create it in the factory. They're going to make a synthetic oil just so they don't run out of something. But Young Living does not. If something has not been harvested yet, then that oil may go out of stock for a little bit until that thing is harvested. If they run out of a particular supply of something, then it's just out until a new round is harvested. They're very, very particular and very, very, they have everything completely just that one oil without anything else added to it. So you know that you're getting the very best quality that you can get. So therefore, because it has the essential oils that are therapeutic inside of the Ningxia, your body is able to open up those cells, the cells absorb it, and then the cells take the Ningxia and take it to each little area that it needs to go into, each fiber of your body, which is huge. The tiny oils act as delivery system for the larger molecules, because as we know, the essential oils are very, very tiny molecules. They're teeny tiny. That's how they get into all the cells and can get past that blood-brain barrier, and so it can go deep into the cell much better and much quicker. But because they're so small, then they can carry these other larger molecules with them and get them where they need to go. And that's why the supplements work so well in all of the different supplements, because they're all infused with essential oils. But that's what sets Young Living apart. So do not go to Walmart and buy a peppermint or a lemon or a whatever off the shelf and try to put it in your water, because if you read the back of those, most of the time it will say do not ingest. Young Livings you can ingest because it is completely pure, that there's nothing else added to it. Those that you get in the store are going to have some sort of synthetic something to them, like it's going to may have alcohol in it. It may just contain water. It may but they're also adding fragrance and all of that kind of stuff to it, which you're definitely not going to want to drink. So you're not getting that same benefit from doing that. I know that some of the things may smell prettier because it's got that fragrance in it, but you're not going to get the therapeutic value from that. It's not the same at all. Okay, reason number 7. It has the right sugar and the right enzymes. Now, like we said earlier, it has the sugar that your body wants, the kind of sugar that talks to your cells. So not all sugar is bad. It just depends on what sugar you're using. Ningxia has the right sugar to open up the doors to your cells. When our cell membranes are inflamed, oxidized, toxic, and lacking in mitochondrial function to energize the receptors to open and close the doors, we have no energy. So like when the cells are not functioning the way they need to and everything is not quite right, then we don't have the energy that we need. Ningxia sugars open the door to our cells so good information can pass through them. It crosses the lipid layer of the cell and passes inside. Only 8 sugars on earth can open that door. Ningxia has 4 of those 8. So that's huge. Naturally occurring inside the wolfberry, like all of those are in the wolfberry. 4 out of the 8 that are good for you. Now let's talk about enzymes. By age of 40, you start losing digestive enzymes in your gut. I can attest to that. I have done that, and it's so not fun. Ningxia is loaded with the right enzymes to help you break down the food and get the nutrients out of what you eat. Feed your body what it needs. So that is why it's so amazing when you drink Ningxia. It helps everything function like it's supposed to, if you get my drift. It is really, really good. So here's some other facts about Ningxia. It contains every essential amino acid. It contains 13% protein, the highest protein content of any fruit. It has trace minerals. It has natural occurring vitamin B, B1, B6, and B12, the energy vitamins. And then when you add nitro on top of that, which has all the B vitamins, it's amazing. It has more vitamin C than all the fruits and veggies on the earth, 148 milligrams to be exact. Parsley and spinach have 133 milligrams. Oranges have only 53. It has more calcium than cherries, and cruciferous veggies at 110 milligrams, and more beta carotene than carrots. And it's loaded with fiber because of the skin of the berry has been preserved, because you're actually eating the skin. So tons of fiber. There again, helps everything to function. Perhaps the best thing the wolfberry does for your body is what it does to the cells. The cell membrane is made up of oils, fat, and phospholipids. there are proteins floating on this very liquid and very flexible sea of fats. The proteins are like antennae that pick up messages from other cells. You know the messengers that come into the cell, they have fancy names like insulin, thyroid, enzymes, and digestive enzymes, neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. They are the messengers that do not work well until you attach the right sugar to them. You have to have, there again, one of those 8 sugars. You can see the power of nutrition. Fats, proteins, and sugars are needed. If you're eating the wrong sugar, you are rendering the whole structure of the cell membrane dysfunctional. If cell communication breaks down, your health breaks down. Your body has to talk to the cells, like your brain and your cells need to communicate. If you mess up the cell membrane, you need more insulin to get the job done. So that's why, it's so important. That's why a lot of times people have been diabetic. If you're diabetic, over long periods of time, things just begin to really break down, and you have a lot more problems with your legs and your feet and your eyes and things like that. 40% of people, of anyone, is insulin resistant. 40%, which I thought was a huge number. Like, I never really thought about that many people being insulin resistant. If a man has a waist size of more than 40 inches and a woman has a waist size more than 35 inches, they are insulin resistant. That is why you want to stay away from the bad sugar. But we'll get to that more in the Ningxia challenge coming up, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. So let's wrap up all the science in 2 sentences. The Ningxia wolfberry and good nutrition can impact your cell membrane. It helps cellular communication take place. It gives mitochondria the energy it needs. It provides micronutrients and feeds mitochondria, and it has the right sugars to open up all the cell doors. So all of those things are huge. When you eat poorly, your cells are all mucked up. They can't communicate. If you're not eating everything that we need to eat, all of that gets all mucked up. The lipid layer of the outside of the cell gets all sticky, which is not good. And the cells stack on top of one of each other like coins. They just stack up. Ningxia wipes those doorways clean, gets all the gunk off of them, increases the surface area so that the good information can get passed to the cell. Let's take a look under a microscope. I'm going to post a little video after all of this is over. I'm going to post a video in the microscope of what it looks like when the Ningxia cells, what they look like inside of a body. And so that's really cool. So I will show you that in just a few minutes. Again, Ningxia is not healing the body, okay? We're not talking about healing the body. We're talking about helping it to function the way it needs to, having balance that you need. Everyone needs balance. It's cleaning the cell receptor sites, which is a very big deal, so that the body can do all that it's supposed to do, everything that it's supposed to be working at, and communicate like a boss. It comes alongside the body so that it can do what it was created to do, that God created it to do. The best way to experience Ningxia is to get it in your body, feel it for yourself, and know and just see how it works. See how you feel once you begin to use it. It takes about 4 months for every cell in your body to be replaced, because every month we build new cells. We slough all the old cells off and we build new cells. Now, we want to rebuild good cells, not bad cells. Now, one thing I like to add to my Ningxia is frankincense. Frankincense actually helps to rebuild good cells. So put a drop of frankincense in your Ningxia every day. That will help to even boost up that process even more. That's something that I enjoy to do each time I'm drinking my Ningxia. You want to make sure that you're doing everything possible to take care of your body, because we have one body. God gave us this temple to take care of everything. So that's what we want to do. So I'm going to give you a Ningxia challenge. this month, starting July 1st. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a few days late getting started. It's no big deal. But we are going to have a Nixia challenge within our group. I would love to invite you to be part of our group and to be part of the Nixia challenge. It is going to be a lot of fun. Everybody drinking your Nixia and then commenting on how well you feel as you're going through the month, and begin to see the difference that it makes in your body. I would really encourage you to do it on a longer term, but 1 month, you'll see a difference in just a month. It will make a big difference in how you are feeling every single day. So after this video, there's going to be a link on the comments. It will take you to a page where you can order your own Nixia. Now, I suggest you getting the Nixia starter kit. It's going to be a lot cheaper. You're going to get a much better deal. It's 24% off, so it's way, way cheaper, and you're going to have plenty for the entire month to be able to drink all that you need and to get to feeling better and to begin to help your body to encourage itself to feel, have more energy and to begin to function like it's supposed to. So I will put that link in here. If you have any questions or get confused as you're trying to get signed up, or if you have trouble with a link or whatever, just let me know and I will get you a better link or help you through the process. But it should be very easy. Like, it should take you right to the page, right to where you need to be. But, sometimes it gets a little crazy. It's only $165 to get started, and it will totally change your life. It will totally be something that you will not want to do without once you try it and once you begin to really see for yourself how all of this works. Because as we know, most of our bodies are not doing everything every day. We've got inflammation, we've got all of the stuff that is just really not keeping our bodies functioning the way it needs to. And so we need to clear off those receptor sites and be able to have the energy that we need, especially the older we get. And losing weight. Losing weight is a really hard thing, but when our bodies are so full of toxins, we can't lose weight. All the crud that's in there. And there again, our gut is where all of this starts. So if we've got to clean out our gut to help us to lose weight and get things working the way it's supposed to. So when I first started doing Young Living, I had started trying to lose weight. I was 30 something, I can remember now, but I had baby number 6 at 40. And so I could tell the difference. Like, I was beginning to really feel that difference of the low energy and the weight not coming back off really easy. And so when I started drinking the Nixia, it really helped on that process because it was getting rid of all of that gunk that was in my gut and cleaning it up and making it better. So then I was able to lose weight a little bit faster and a little bit better. And so if you want more information on that too, let me know, because we can talk through some of the things that I did. And I ended up losing about 80 pounds, which was amazing and wonderful. So if you need help with that, let me know and we can go through that as well. But be sure to click on the link below and grab your Nixia, and then we will get you into our group where we're going to be having our Nixia challenge this month, and it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to get to help you, and let's do this together. I will talk to you soon. I love you.